Good morning. I'm number 3. What has been your greatest fear this year? Ring a bell? COVID-19. Everyone has been in fear of this unprecedented outbreak. But really, what are people fearing? The fear of death? Fear of loss? Fear of the unknown? Or fear of losing control? This pandemic has rocked the world and ingrained itself in everyone's psyche. We have been conditioned to wash hands, wear masks, keep social distancing, and self-isolate. Unfortunately, many nations haven't adhered to these basic rules and have fallen ill to the COVID terror. But Taiwan, through these dark times, has emerged as a beacon of light on how to combat this virus. I'm so grateful to live in Taiwan and witness how Taiwan has stood calmly but cautiously while facing this serious threat. Our government took early action by educating people to follow public precautionary measures through daily media coverage. They also planned ahead to ensure masks could be distributed evenly to everyone. Now, going back to school after Chinese New Year was scary, but my fears were soon put at ease because of everyone's positive and cautious attitude. We are required to take our temperatures and wash our hands as soon as we come into school. We are also required to wear a face mask, both students and teachers alike. These simple actions don't seem worth mentioning, but it's these basic actions that have kept us safe till this day. I was born in England, and it has saddened me to see and hear how my family has suffered greatly from this virus. The warnings and precautions all came too late, resulting in a widespread of the disease and the lockdown of London. This caused many well-known companies to close down. The National Health Service was also overwhelmed, and some patients were even turned away. Our family friend Jenny, who had been tested positive for the virus, was told to stay at home and self-isolate. She couldn't even see a doctor. Jenny didn't have a mask or felt the necessity to wear one because the British government hadn't said wearing a mask was mandatory. I was shocked, and I shared with her how wearing a mask is the first line of defense against COVID in Taiwan, and all the precautionary measures she should start practicing to protect herself and her family. Thankfully, Jenny is now well. However, the fear of the virus still lingers. This pandemic is still not under control. Many people are still living in fear. But really, in my opinion, I believe that we should turn our fear to fuel by simply working together to stop the spread. Don't take chances and don't take the warning lightly. Remember that each individual's action will affect the course of our world. This is a global pandemic that needs a global response. Therefore, it is important that each individual adapts and respects the new way of living by listening to the experts and taking the right precautions to stop the devastating impact of COVID-19. To end with a quote from Helen Keller, "Alone we can do so little, but together we can do so much." Stay alert, stay considerate, and stay safe. Thank you for listening.
Good morning, I'm contestant number 8. My topic is take actions before it's too late. In the beginning of 2020, our lives have been dramatically affected by COVID-19. Ironically, from the satellite images of the Earth taken this March, we can see more blue and green colors representing a newer Earth with much less pollution during the lockdown. Specifically, nitrogen dioxide levels have dropped drastically in the whole world due to people sheltering indoors. What are the messages from the natural environment? Is COVID-19 a wake-up call to us that we should examine the lifestyles we live and the ways we treat other creatures and the nature? Ever since I was little, my parents have taught me to be nice to this wonderful world around us. When I go on trips, I bring my own reusable, environmentally friendly bags and containers. Whenever possible, I also sip from stainless steel straws instead of plastic straws. One time, when my parents took my brother and I to the beach, we were surprised by how many pieces of garbage and broken glass bottles were laying in the sand. We were lucky that we didn't step on any sharp objects that could have resulted in serious injuries. So, we started picking up the little pieces of garbage hidden in the sand. Imagine if we didn't, and the next kid ran happily down the beach in excitement, only to find out that the beach is dangerous to play in? Or if the high tide comes in and washes off all the broken glasses into the sea and later get ingested by the poor sea creatures? I suddenly realized how our inconsiderate and selfish actions can have such profound negative impact on this beautiful planet we called Earth. In 2018, a 15-year-old Swedish girl named Greta Thunberg became a climate activist. Her climate movement caught my eye right away. She takes actions. Saving the Earth is not just a slogan to her. She had traveled to many countries to talk about global warming and how we can save our Earth. When traveling abroad, she chose to take a boat rather than taking an airplane, because an airplane will burn a massive amount of fossil fuel. She rather sacrificed her convenience or doing what's the best to the Earth. Her mindset and her actions inspire me to think, what can I do to make the world a better place? One of the biggest reasons the Earth is getting sick is global warming. In recent years, global warming has contributed to Arctic ice melting. If the ice melts, animals such as polar bears will have no place to live. The sea level will rise and the land will be submerged. It's really unbearable to watch skinny polar bears plodding, wearily looking for food. So, what can we do to ease global warming? To reduce our transportation emissions, we could take public transportation, bike, or walk to school. Share a car if you must travel further. It will also make you healthier, happier, and save you more money. We can also eat less meat or buy less man-made products, which contribute to a high level of carbon dioxide emission. In addition, do our best to recycle the things that we can use again. Collect rainwater or houseplants and reuse waste paper for math practices. If everyone does their part, we can solve bigger problems, such as water shortage and excessive deforestation. Wouldn't that be a glorious triumph we can achieve together? It is everybody's responsibility to save our planet. If we don't save our planet now, then when? So please, we all play a significant role. Together, we can make a huge difference. Thank you for your effort to save our Earth.
Good morning, dear judges and dear contestants. I'm number 13. Today, I'm going to talk about a terrifying accident I had when I was 9 years old. In 2018, on June the 29th, I got bucked off a horse and hyperextended my neck. If you're wondering how that happened, I would love to share with you my freaky experience. On that afternoon at 5 p.m., while I was getting prepared to mount on my horse, Chesley, the groom told me that if I want to make her canter, I'll have to whip the side of her belly, not her back, or else she'll buck very high and then I'll fall off. Then I nodded. After an hour of riding, my coach Dryden said that it was time for the lesson to end. He told everyone that we can canter back to the horse's resting spot. I remembered that I brought some lollipops to share with my friends, and I got so excited and carried away that I totally forgot about Chesley's sensitive spot and I whipped her at the back. Ouch! It happened so quickly that I didn't feel her kick her hind legs, and in a split second, I was on the ground. I didn't realize I was flung off the animal. My coach saw I had an awkward fall, which kind of looked like I did a 360 degrees backward roll. I felt immobilized. My mum came running to me with a horrified face and asked if I'm okay. I told her I'm all right. She gasped as she saw there were bruises on my cheeks, some scrapes on my nose, blood on my lips, and grass in my mouth. As soon as they saw that I couldn't move, I was sent to the hospital immediately. There, they put me on a spine board and did some checkings on my neck and shoulders. The nurse said that they didn't have a neurologist at the hospital, so the doctor then transferred me to another hospital far away in the city. Meanwhile, I kept talking to my mum as it distracts me from the pain. She found it very annoying as she wanted me to rest. But instead, I kept talking like a chatterbox. Luckily, after taking my x-ray in the new hospital, the doctor said no bones were broken, just some spraining on my neck and some soreness on my back. But she then told me I had to be admitted overnight for observation. Once I heard the news, I freaked out and burst into tears. Because the next day, I had a school play which I had spent 3 months practicing with my schoolmates. I just didn't want to let my team down, but I knew crying wouldn't help at all. So I tried my best to fight back the rest of the tears. The next day, after a few checks, the doctor gave me a green light to go to the performance. Yay! I literally jumped out of bed and totally forgot about the soreness on my back. Well, that's how the accident happened. But everything is fine now. I can finally go back to being the jumpy old me. By the way, if you're wondering if I still go back to riding again, definitely, and just like it says, setback begets courage. And because I'm resilient and nothing can stop me from achieving my goal. Thank you for listening and have a good day.
Good morning. I am number 9. Today I would like to ask my parents, Mom and Dad, I want a dog. Mom and Dad, can I have a dog? I know this sounds like every kid's dream, but give me a chance. I've really given this a lot of thought. I genuinely, honestly, really want a dog. I've tried convincing my mom many times, and I think she may be easily swayed. After all, she had a dog when she was younger. The problem is trying to convince my dad. So let's go back 30 years. My dad was a young boy roaming the streets alone. His parents had given him some money to buy breakfast as he made his way to school. Then he stumbled upon a dog, a stray dog barking. Of course, his instinct was to run, but he just stood there. Next thing you know, this dog is growling at my dad, even attempted to take a bite out of his leg. That was the beginning of a fear of dogs and the end of my dream. How to convince my parents? Well, I've heard that if you keep begging your parents for a baby sister or brother, they might end up getting you a dog. I think I'll definitely have to give that a try. So, Mom, Dad, can I have a baby sister, please? Maybe my parents will huff in frustration due to my constant nagging, smile at my determination, or simply ignore me completely. But I would still like to bring up this subject because I think a dog could benefit our whole family. Having a dog is an amazing motivator to go out and exercise and enjoy nature. We already spend too much time on our smart devices. More time with a dog means less time on our iPads and phones. Dogs have been known to lower blood pressure, stress, and feelings of loneliness. A dog would encourage us to exercise more, be responsible, and caring. I'll also promise Scout's honor to wake up extra early to feed the dog and take him out for walks. I'll clean up his droppings and make sure he bathes. I'll take him to the vet and donate all my red pocket money for his food and vet appointments. I've been saving up all those red pocket money from Grandma. This dog will be a big part of our family. I'll play with him, sleep with him, bathe with him, get haircuts together, and we can even brush our teeth together. Did you know dogs also need to have healthy gums and teeth? So please, Dad, don't be afraid of a dog. It wasn't the same dog 30 years ago, and I promise to train him so you absolutely love him. Oh, and I still want that baby sister. Thank you.
There are 2 kinds of people in this world. There are dog people and there are cat people. Good morning, judges and all students. I'm number 10. Many people think dogs are better than cats, but they are wrong. Cats are smarter, quieter, more carefree, and more fearless than Rover or Fido.
There are so many books, movies, and comic strips about cats. Everywhere you look, you see things like the Aristocats, the Warriors, or Garfield. Can you name one famous book about dogs? Come on, you and I both know that there are more famous cats out there than dogs. Cats can be heroes. One time, when the boy was playing, a neighbor's dog viciously attacked him. However, the boy's pet cat ran, pounced on, and attacked the dog. Then he chased it until the dog ran back to its home. Because of his cat, the boy was not seriously injured. Heroic cats can be used to guard our homes too. They can growl at the people who come too close. They can wake us up when someone breaks into our home. They can even bite and scratch the invader until he flees, bloodied and broken. Get a cat. It can keep you safe. We can make cats more useful than they already are. The police can train cats to do important jobs, just like they already do with dogs. Cats are small, agile, and can see very well at night. They can be trained to go into places that people or dogs can't. How helpful it could be to get a set of eyes into some of these dark corners. Which do you think is going to be smarter, a cat or a dog? A dog will do anything to make its owner happy. Your cat knows that you love it and you are going to take care of it no matter what. It isn't going to embarrass itself to please you. Cats, the smarter pets. Nobody ever says cats are too noisy or too impulsive. Dogs will suddenly start chasing cars, squirrels, a mail carrier, or who knows what else. Dogs bark at the people walking by your home, the moon, other dogs, or anything that might catch their eyes. Cats don't suddenly chase things, and they don't do a bunch of annoying barking. Nobody loses sleep because of the noises cats make. Everyone wants some companionship sometimes. This is why people have pets. Let's be honest though. We might want company, but we are busy people. Dogs always want you to take them to the park, to play fetch, to go swimming, or to do something else. Who has time for that? When I have a pet cat, I can do my work while it sits next to me. I love and enjoy my pet, but I am free to do homework, watch TV, or get other things done. With cats, we both get what we want, but we are free to do the things we need to do. Pets are fantastic. What should you have? All pets can make your life better and make you happier. In the end, you could go with a pet which is more useful, smarter, less noisy, and a better companion. Or you could get a dog. That's fine too. Thank you.
Good morning, judges.
So today, if I ask you one question about if you really felt really stressed or anxious about something, how would you reply?